I've just walked down the pit lane and you expect all the normal smells, the odours. Burning rubber, burning oil, stinking brakes. But believe me, in the Nissan garage there's one odour that is dominant. And that is testosterone. It's coming out of the garage in gallons. And the reason is there are 8 top professional drivers this year in the 2 Nissan teams, 5 newcomers and 3 incumbents. And I need to talk to them and find out how they're all going to work together, both as individuals, as teammates, but most importantly, as team players. Well, let's put a name to the face of these 8 massive egos in the 2 Nissan teams. Starting first of all, Ricardo Zonta. Smile, Ricardo. Lovely. Enrique Benoldi. These 2 are Brazilian, by the way. A lot of drivers teaming up, nationality. David Brabham from Great Britain, but really of Australia. One of the incumbents, Jamie Campbell-Water. New boy. No, you're not a new boy. You look like a new boy.
Yeah. I'm the youngest.
But the new boy, Lucas Luhr, Peter Dumbreck, another incumbent, and the final new boy, Richard Westbrook. So, guys, big egos, fantastic team. To me, this is the biggest team in the pit lane 2011. First of all, who's going to be the top dog amongst you? Who's going to be the guy who's quickest overall through the season? Any volunteers for that particular?
I think it'll be Michael.
I think it will be him. He already was quickest yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So they're already playing this girly game. We have to be politically correct. We don't want to say anything.
Well, we love each other. I mean,
David, you've been a team player in big teams.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in this 8 this year?
The oldest.
How's the hair situation?
Yeah. Thinning. Big time. Michael's happy I'm here because I'm now the oldest.
Exactly. I was the oldest always. Now I'm really glad he joined the team. But you know, these guys, they keep always very quiet to themselves, and I think they're really big threat. They're always smiling and keep quiet, but
very on-Brazilian.
Yes.
I mean, they had great success last year, Maserati and Lamborghini.
It's almost German behavior.
We just like I'm happy to be the youngest this time, you know. So in the team, and me and Ricardo, we just talk in Portuguese. Nobody understands, so that's why they say we are quiet, but actually we are talking all the time.
I mean, he's sort of serious about it. We've got 4 very strong cars. There's inter-team rivalry, inter-car rivalry. Where do you see Nissan this year compared to the opposition in the pit lane, the Fords, the Lamborghinis, the Chevys?
Well, hopefully at the front. But you never know. But
you said that last year.
Well, yeah.
What have you done this year to put you at the front?
Well, no. Last year was we arrived here with a brand new team that was put together in a matter of weeks rather than months, and the 4 drivers that were put together, none of us had worked together. The team hadn't, none of the mechanics, the gelling of the, you know, that gel that a team has of all the links in the chain being linked so that the anchor holds, you know, and that's what you really need. And that we didn't have last year, but we do have this year, you know. Okay, yes, I'm new with David, and everyone is a new teammate. Michael and Peter aren't together anymore, but because there are several of us that have been here with the guys that have joined who are super duper experienced, you know, it makes for a good team, and it is a team effort, you know, to make no mistake. I mean, and Nissan must win this year.
Absolutely. But I mean, by regulations, you have to have a number 1 and number 2 driver. Who's going to determine who's going to be the number 1?
Well,
not because it's not done.
That took us half an hour to decide.
Well, I know. I saw the meeting going on. I mean, it was a row. But how is that going to be decided? Will you or Jamie be the number 1 in your car? Only because of that's how the system runs. It's not because you're any better or worse.
Well, actually, I don't think there is a 1 or a 2 driver for any of our cars, is there? I mean, let's be honest.
That's the problem when you say number 1 and number 2, isn't it? The perception is not what it actually is.
David, I agree with you, but there is a situation where one driver has to do one
qualifying,
and one driver has to do the other. So we're both ones.
But the point is, both have got to do a good job.
Yeah, yes,
but we found, do you know how we found first and second driver? Like a coin, you know? That's the only way. Yeah. And he won, so he's first.
And everybody's happy. See, the Brazilian boys are very happy.
Yeah, they look the happiest from all of us.
I mean, we've got German boys and we've got 2 Brits here.
Maybe we should lighten up a bit.
Well, you know, do you think the Brits are going to be a little bit aggressive against you two German boys?
Yeah, I mean, they have been last year to me. I was the only German, and I'm really happy to have Lucas with me, and he's backing me up. And now we are at least 2 Germans, and I'm glad the Brazilians joined us.
So you're definitely the number 2 then? Okay.
Actually, he's the number 1.
I understand within the team that already, amongst you 8, there are people that are sort of trying to get their head above the parapet to say, you know, look at me, focus upon me. You don't believe me, do you, Michael?
Not really, no. I think...
It wasn't you, by the way, I was referring to.
I think stops tomorrow night when the first qualifying session is done.
We can't use that language. This is a world broadcast.
You can beep that out.
We bleep that one out.
And then we really know where we are, where we stand, where the Nissan GT-R is.
I'm not getting anywhere because clearly you're all too well briefed not to make any...
No, we're not.
You're not well briefed.
We're going to beat the German team, don't
You're going to beat the German
team?
okay.
Yeah. Sumo Power will...
You really think so? Well, what do you say to that?
Well, yeah.
Okay, this is...
I just
there
say,
we go.
A question
in
for...
your age, Jamie, you got to have some dreams. You know, let's keep dreaming.
A question for the 3 incumbents. How much better is the car this year, Jamie or Michael or Peter? How much better is the car this year than we saw last year? Because we've had a little test in Belgium. You've done some running here on Tuesday.
The car has significantly improved, and we've made major changes to it. But how quick it is to the competition, that we, like I said, we only find out tomorrow night, because we don't know what they have done. We know what we have done, and we have made improvements. But what is that worth? If we improve a second and the competition improves 2 seconds, okay, then we look not so good. Okay. And that's why I say tomorrow night we will know.
Okay, to the drivers, the 5 drivers that are coming in this year, who have never driven a Nissan GT-R. Ricardo, what was your first impression of the car?
Driving on the right side of the car was the most challenging for me. You know, it was the first time driving the right side, and looks like a big car. First run I did in the car, I couldn't see. I was sitting so low, I couldn't see the apex of the corners. But some very positive things like the power, the braking. You know, some things was looking good, and we still can improve for the weekend.
Enrique.
Well, for me, my main concern last year was the power, because the car that I was driving we had not much big power, so that we struggle a lot with that. And this year with the Nissan, we have plenty of power. So, and that was good impression. As Ricardo said, to drive on the right side, it was a little bit. Was the first experience for me. Was a bit strange, and also the car is big, you know. It's and to see, and the car is a bit heavier on to actually to drive it, to change gears, and to that was the main changes that I found out as soon as I got into the car.
David, you've driven Aston Martins in other race series. How does the Nissan compare to that?
Yeah, I'd say it's obviously every year that the cars improve. It's probably 4 or 5 years now since I've been in an Aston, and it seems a bit more refined as well. So yeah, I mean, you know, I'm normally used to prototypes and Le Mans type cars, so coming back into this is certainly a bit of a change. But you know, I've been around long enough. Like I said, I'm the oldest here, so it hasn't taken long to adapt.
Good. Lucas, what are your first impressions of driving the Nissan?
Well, first of all, I was really surprised because the last couple of years I did mainly the prototype racing, so I was surprised how good the car handles for a heavy car. I did not have issues with sitting on the right side because I've done it in the past, but I never changed gears with the left hand, or the left arm, and this is my main challenge, you know, keep the left arm up to speed, especially on the downshafts. And yeah, but as I said, overall I was really surprised how good the car handles. Even, you know, the other said it's heavy, you feel it, it's heavy in the back, but still it's good, and looking forward to do a full season with it.
Good. Richard, last of the newcomers, but you're not going to be the last of the newcomers in reality, are you?
Yeah, Lucas actually does other stuff with his left arm normally. No, I love the car. It's not what I expected. The power's, you know, it has a lot of power. You feel the biggest shot with how small you feel in the car. It's very big cockpit. You suck very low down, so seeing over the steering wheel is a bit of a challenge. But they're just things that you get used to very quickly. It's a car that you can drive, and you can drive hard, and that's what I like, and this man here is going to help me.
Peter and you are not quite the same size. I mean, driver change is always an area where you can lose time very easily. Have you been practicing?
We probably need to do some more tomorrow. We'll drill it down. But at the moment we don't need to move the seat. We keep it in the same position. It's just a case of the final things like getting the belts in and the routine of doing it, and what belts I'll do and what belts he'll do and that kind of thing. But generally speaking, it's not the issue. The issue is getting the tyres on the car quick enough.
Well, there's a quick insight into the 8 drivers in the Nissans this year. 5 new drivers, 3 incumbents. I'm looking forward to it because I just like to see a little bit of ag in the garage. I know that there's going to be dummies thrown out of the pram at some stage. That's all part of the drive to get a team to be competitive. Well, he's fined €10,000 for that, by the way. FIA fine straight away. So a great opportunity for Nissan to move forward from where they were 1 year ago, and 8 very competitive drivers going to push that program forward.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Thank you very much, guys. It's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Anyway, well done. Westbrook, pick up your...